Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Daredevil Born Again review. Today, we're going to be talking about episode 3. This episode kind of annoyed me. I liked it, but I'm starting to have some issues. And I know we're only 3 episodes in, but I can't help it. It's just how I'm feeling. For the most part, like I said, it was a solid episode. I did like it, but there are some things that are kind of starting to get on my nerves now. So basically, this episode was the trial of Hector Ayala, the White Tiger, and that's really where most of the episode came from. Now, it does start off, you see what we end up finding out later are some of the gangs, or whatever you want to call them, that Kingpin's kind of keeping in line, and they're getting out of line. There's this one pair in this truck that pulls up, and they get stopped by this other guy at this kind of dock-looking place, and he pulls up, basically robs them for their wallets. The driver gives it to him, no problem, but the passenger doesn't, and he gets blown away. And we end up seeing Vanessa and Fisk in therapy, where they're talking about this, and they're at dinner at first, I believe, and she's talking about this, and he basically is saying, no, again, echoing what he said before, a little chaos is good for things, it keeps things, keeps things good, that's the way how it is, and she's kind of trying to push him towards doing something about it. He goes, no, we're doing things my way, essentially, not in so many words, but I did like that. It was nice to see, all right, he's taking more control, even of his own criminal empire. And this is where one of the things I'm annoyed with is I'm really getting annoyed by this whole Vanessa and Fisk being on the outs, and, they're not, because I rewatched a couple episodes of season 1 of the original Netflix Daredevil, and just seeing their relationship, the way they were just together, they're like madly in love with each other, was great. And I really miss that. So I really hope they get past this whole therapy thing very soon, because I'm kind of over it already. Because we've already had 3 episodes of it, and since it hasn't wrapped up in this one, we know it's going into at least episode 4, and who knows how much longer it's going to go from there. And then essentially, pretty much the rest of the episode is just focused on Hector's trial, which was fine. I liked the courtroom stuff, and there was some cool moments where they have their key witness, who was the guy that Hector had saved in episode 2. They have him stashed away. They end up getting him ready to get to court so he can testify. There's this whole scene, of course, where you think like, oh my gosh, the bad guys got him. They even have like Sherry, who's driving the car. He gets stopped by all like the dirty cops, and they even look through the van, and he's not there. And you find out, they made the switch a little bit earlier. He's in a taxi. He makes it to the courtroom. He gets in there, and then he doesn't testify properly. He basically changes his story. He lies, which this kind of bothered me because of Matt's reaction. We've seen him before in the Netflix show using more of his powers, and this is similar. He could tell when the guy was in there, he would know the heartbeat was going. He would know what was going to happen. He already knew it was a foregone conclusion. And just like later on, when we get the verdict, he would have heard the paper before. He would have, heard the heartbeats of the different jurors and things like that. It's just kind of annoying that we're not getting more of a showing of his powers. I mean, this is a superhero show after all. Daredevil does have a very unique set of powers. Powers, enhancements, whatever you want to call them. And so after that happens, when their witness essentially lies and basically kind of throws a monkey wrench into their whole plan, they end up deciding, Matt decides, okay, I'm going to out Hector as the White Tiger. Because his plan is that the city is very kind of pro-vigilante right now, even though Fisk and some of the cops aren't. They're very much pro-vigilante because of one, Daredevil. They already like Daredevil, but with Daredevil being gone, they're looking for someone to kind of, help them, save them from what's going on. So he does that, and he tries to basically establish that, hey, this is who Hector Ayala is. He went out many times before as the White Tiger, risking his life for people he doesn't know, because it's the right thing to do. And there's literally a scene where he asks him, hey, he has a couple examples of people Hector saved, and he goes, oh, well, why'd you do that? And he goes, Oh, because it's the right thing to do. Okay, well, why'd you save this person? And it gives the scenario as was the right thing to do. So he basically is trying to play off of that for the jury, which it does work out. They end up getting the not guilty plea, which was cool. Like, yay, we got Hector off of the. He got acquitted. He doesn't have to worry about any of the charges or anything anymore. That was fast. I personally was expecting this to go for like the whole season. I wasn't expecting it to wrap up in like 2 episodes, which I guess that is kind of part of the whole, how this is season essentially kind of like 2 different people ideas coming together, because you have like the first half, which was the original idea for the show, and then you have the second half, which is when the new showrunner and writers come in and start making it kind of their own. So I guess that's kind of remnants from that. But it was weird that it was only 2 episodes. I wasn't expecting that, but it was fine. There was a scene that I really liked where it was after Matt outs him as the White Tiger, and Matt's in like his holding cell with Hector, and they're talking, and and Hector says to him, it wasn't your secret to tell. You should have talked to me about it first, which it was true. But Matt even said, we lost our star witness. I needed a Hail Mary, and they're talking, and Matt even says, if you get acquitted, your White Tiger days are over. You can't be doing this anymore. And Hector basically tells him, well, no, that's just who I am. I can't just turn that off. Being a White Tiger and helping people, it's who I am. It's in my blood. It's in my bones. And it's this really kind of cool scene where it's almost as if Matt's more trying to talk him. He's talking to Hector, but it's like he's trying to talk himself into like this whole, you need to be a vigilante. You might realize you enjoy not being a vigilante anymore. But then Hector's almost like part of his subconscious going, no, this is who I am. It's what I need to do. So I did really like that scene a lot. I thought that was very cool. And then, we don't really get to see much of the other side characters except for Kirsten, obviously, because she's, part of the law firm. But we do see Heather make an appearance, like, at the very end after they get Hector acquitted, and she and Matt are having a date, cooking, celebrating, and whatnot. And then we cut back to Vanessa, or no, that happens earlier. I think Vanessa, and we have a little scene of Vanessa and Fisk in therapy before that. And then, because he was watching the trial, and he gets upset, of course, that Hector goes free. Then they go to the dinner thing. That's right. So, after that, you kind of get this voiceover from Kingpin talking about how he ran on this whole no vigilantes policy, and that Hector going free spits in the face of that, and it completely throws that out of whack. So, while he's having this monologue, you see Hector gearing up in his White Tiger costume and goes out to the streets. He gets out there, he hears some screaming down an alley, he starts running down the alley, and someone's wearing a Punisher skull just steps out and shoots him, blows him away. And then that's where the episode ends. So, like I said, I'm kind of annoyed by the whole Vanessa and Kingpin thing. I want them to just be together. I hate the whole she cheated on him thing. I think that's really dumb. I don't like that. It's fine. If they wrap it up soon, cool. If it keeps going, I'm going to start getting more annoyed. I also am kind of tired of not having Daredevil in my Daredevil show. This feels like season 3 all over again, although I will start saying after we've seen episode 3, I do think season 3 was probably better. Again, I am enjoying this, but it's... I'm starting to get a little antsy in the pants. I want to see Matt suit up and fight people. It's a superhero show. It's a Daredevil show. That's what I want. I gave the first 2 episodes some leeway. Now I was like, okay, come on. Now, I don't know if it's so much a good thing anymore or a bad thing that I know I have to wait till episode 6 to see him become Daredevil, because it's like, I gotta wait 3 more episodes for him to put on this suit. But also at the same time, I at least know when that's happening, so it's not like every episode I'm going, is he going to put the suit on in this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? And then getting really disappointed and more angry. Other people who maybe aren't even seeing these or who don't know about that could be what they're going through. I don't know. But it is those are like the 2 things that are really frustrating me. There wasn't a whole lot of special effects, obviously, in this one, so we didn't have to worry about that, which is fine because they were very ropey in the first one. And after watching a couple episodes of the original season, I am noticing some things like the cinematography is not the same, the dialogue's not the same, which I'm not expecting it to be, but it is kind of like it could be a little bit better, you know. Like I said, I did like the scene with Hector and Matt in the holding cell. I like that. I did like the courtroom stuff. That's one of the things I loved about the original Daredevil. I like that courtroom drama aspect in a superhero show. I think that's really, really cool. I did like the ending. I like the idea of, you know, he goes through this and seeing Hector die. I've heard from some people thinking that it maybe wasn't Hector who actually died, that it might have been a decoy or something, which I like that idea, because it would make sense, because again, Matt's not stupid. Was a vigilante. He knows how this is going to work. He knows what Kingpin told him, that Matt suits up again, he's coming after him, and that's not just for him. So it would make sense that Matt might have a decoy. I don't like the idea of him sending a decoy out to get, blown away, but who knows? Or maybe there's something to do with his aim out. We don't know. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. The other thing I didn't like, and I forgot about this, there's the scene where Matt has all the different people that Hector saved as the White Tiger. They're talking about what happened, what incident they got into and how Hector saved them. And we don't see anything. This was an incredibly missed opportunity for them to actually show off White Tiger doing things with, again, like a voiceover. You have them saying, like, oh, well, like, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think there's like a car crash or something, and the car was on fire, and, White Tiger showed up saying, so while the person's saying that, show it. Show a flashback of White Tiger, get in there, saving them out. It gets some more action in the episode. We get to see more White Tiger doing things, because as it stands, we've only really seen White Tiger do things in a couple of those little bodega security cam footage style things. That was really it. It would have been nice to see more of Hector as the White Tiger and seeing what he could do. I liked White Tiger. I thought the guy was really cool. It is unfortunate the actor playing him sadly passed, so we won't get to see more of him, potentially. But I would have liked to have seen White Tiger actually do something. But, oh well, can't really go back now. All in all, I mean, again, I did like it. I thought, like I said, the courtroom stuff was really strong. That scene with Matt was really strong. And I am just kind of like, come on, just give me my Daredevil. So I'd probably give it overall, maybe a 7 out of 10. I didn't love it, didn't hate it. So overall, I think probably the series right now is like a 7 out of 10 for the first 3 episodes. I am looking forward to seeing the fallout from this, seeing how Matt reacts, and seeing how... Because I'm assuming we're going to start getting Punisher very soon, because, someone wearing, it was actually his costume, the black jacket, black outfit with a big old white skull on it. I don't think I don't think Frank's going to take too kind to someone using his symbol in that sort of way. So, and we have seen a couple throughout the last 2 episodes, especially in the courtroom, a couple of these cops that have Punisher sculpt. It's like one has a tattoo on his neck somewhere, one has it on his his wrist right here. So I'm interested to see how that goes. And there's even some graffiti and stuff of the Punisher skull, but it seems like it's the dirty cops using it. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. And I'm excited for Muse, because I did go back and recently read the first Muse story for Daredevil. And Muse he's intense. He's like Joker levels of crazy and insanity. So I'm very excited to see where that goes, because that story is very good. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about this episode. The more I keep going, I'm probably just going to keep repeating the same thing, but that's pretty much it. Again, liked it. Solid episode. I am hoping things start ramping up these next 2 episodes, getting into episode 6, because I want some more action. I want my Daredevil and my Daredevil show. But that's going to be it for me. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you are so inclined to. And I will be back definitely next Sunday to review the next episode. I might do a ratings video or something throughout the week, potentially. I'm not sure yet. But I'm hoping to do another video this week, other than just the review. But that's going to be it for this one. You guys have an awesome day, and peace and love, everybody.